What is going on, everybody? My name's Earl here, and what I have here is a 2009 early polycarbonate MacBook. There's really nothing special about this except the fact that it is an early 2009, and if you guys didn't know, early 2009 MacBooks essentially have a little bit of a downgrade from the previous year. So the previous year MacBook was an aluminum, and then they switched back to this old pre-unibody design, which is so weird. And then right after, a few months later, they introduced the unibody polycarbonate MacBook until 2010. What makes this interesting is that this is one of the last old design MacBooks that can natively support a lot of modern Mac OS versions, like by using Open Core Legacy Patcher, because the internals on this is enough to be able to run Open Core Legacy Patcher. But this MacBook specifically is interesting, because this does not have any macOS version on it. This doesn't run Open Core Legacy Patcher. This doesn't run anything of that sort of matter, because this is running ChromeOS Flex. If you guys didn't know, ChromeOS Flex is essentially Google's answer to the low-end computers or laptops. And now ChromeOS Flex is essentially Chrome OS. Chrome OS used to be in a lot of cheap computers, under $200 mostly. Now, the thing with Chrome OS compared to Linux or alternative operating system aside from Mac OS is that you really can't do a lot. That is because a lot of the applications is mostly based through the internet, aka Google Chrome, hence the name Chrome OS. And so you're quite limited by what you can do on the computer because it doesn't really support a lot of software. Rather, it's mostly through the internet. Now, I will say, one of the best things about ChromeOS Flex is that since there's not a lot of things you can do, and a lot of things are involved using the internet or browsing the internet, such as Google Docs, Google Chrome, Google Drive, whatever, this is quite a bit of a lightweight operating system. This MacBook specifically only has 2 gigabytes of memory. You guys will soon see how surprisingly capable it is despite only having 2 gigabytes of RAM thanks to ChromeOS Flex. Now, of course, you do have to sign in with Google, and of course, the trackpad does not work properly, so I do have to connect my cheap $5 mouse right here. These pre-unibody MacBooks have a terrible trackpad, if I'm just being honest. You're gonna have to sign in with Google. Now, I could technically browse as a guest, and what the heck is going on? Well, there you go. So this is basically what you're gonna get out of the box using Chrome OS in general. So on the bottom right, you have your accessibility here, you have your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth notifications, etc. And you even have that night light feature where everything turns into warm tone. And you can even do screenshot, which is pretty cool. The surprising part is that a lot of these, shortcuts from Mac OS actually works on Chrome OS, which is fascinating. For the most part, it tries to replicate, I guess you could say, Windows. So on the bottom left right here, you'll have the ability to do searching. So whether it's settings or computer specs, but it uses a lot of Google Chrome aspects of it. So if we go ahead and go to apple.com right here, this is essentially like a search engine. And there you go. Now, you could technically do that with Windows and whatnot, but that's just something that you have to keep in mind with Chrome OS, is that you will not be able to use this properly without the internet. But again, you're also trading blows with the fact that you could use the modern internet with this because it's such a lightweight operating system. It's a very basic operating system. And I also realized that you really can't download any applications on this computer, and that might be because either I'm using the guest option or I haven't signed in, but I tried downloading applications and you just somehow can't do any of that here for some reason. So you're mostly stuck with the internet, mostly internet-based applications. You have your basic settings and storage management. This is where I find it interesting because it says device low on space. But this MacBook has a 250 gigabyte hard drive, or I believe 160 gigabyte hard drive. So I'm not sure if it's something to do with partitions or different types of partitions on this computer, but for some reason, I'm only able to use 800 megabytes total on this computer. Other than that, you got your usual Google Chrome settings right here and your printer settings. This is really perfect for students, in my opinion, because for the most part, you're not really gonna use any applications aside from Google Drive, which you can easily access here if you're signed in. As you can see, you can easily open Google Drive. And what else can we do? We can do Google Docs, which is another free version of equivalent to a Word document. And if you go ahead and click this little top right here, it's like basically browsing the internet with Google. All your access right here, your email, contacts, calendar, photos, you got your sheets, slides, so you name it. This is very much internet-based operating system. Keep in mind, this only has 2 gigabytes of memory, so you can only do so much. But you know, surprisingly, I am quite impressed by the fact that this can handle a lot of modern websites with ease. Now, this is running a hard drive, hence why this is on the slower side of things right now, but if you let it load for a bit, it will load. And let's go ahead and look up my YouTube channel right here and check out Linux Mint. Wow, we are really on a roll with different operating systems.
What is going on, everybody? My name's Earl here. This is another video of us restoring an old MacBook. This is a 2000.
They did a really good job with the audio drivers on ChromeOS because this is surprisingly loud on this older MacBook. And you could see it can play YouTube perfectly fine. If you go ahead and go to full screen, it might take a few seconds, but aside from that, you could see you're able to fully use this like a normal internet experience. Now, right now it's currently at 720p, and there doesn't seem to be any hiccups on this computer, which is fantastic because, oh, well, we do have that weird artifacting, whatever that is, but it only happens once in a while. Let's go ahead and go to 1080p right here. And it's still perfectly usable. 1080p is perfectly fine on this computer with ChromeOS.
Having rubber is a really good idea because if you're a student, you tend to be irresponsible when it comes to technology.
2 gigabytes of RAM running 1080p on the internet. Surprisingly usable. If you go ahead and go to Amazon, we could easily browse the internet with Amazon because this is Google Chrome. And you know, I think what's perfect about this operating system is that it's such a basic operating system that a lot of people, even the elderlies, they won't have a hard time really using this because, I mean, everything is up front. You got your accessibility on the bottom right, you got your internet right in front of you, and if you need to close any tabs, you just need to click exit like a Google Chrome web browser, which is so cool. Now granted, you can't really do a lot, so we can't even play Minecraft on this, unless we can. That would be quite surprising, but we can't really do a lot of things that we normally could do on Windows or Mac OS, which is one of the downsides about Chrome OS, even from the very beginning when they first were released. Now, I remember they had a Samsung Chrome OS computer back in the day, I think around 2013, that looked exactly like a MacBook Air. Yeah, this is the one right here. So a long time ago, back in 2013, my mom was looking for a new laptop. And you know, I was getting to the point where I really wanted an Apple computer, but at that time, it's very expensive. I mean, even with the MacBook Airs, even the smallest one in 2013, the 11-inch, that was like hovering around $900, or I believe $800. So it wasn't something that a normal person could really acquire. So one of the alternatives was this one right here, which looks exactly like the MacBook Air, which is so hilarious. And I remember this vividly. I was going through Staples with this, and I really wanted this because it looks exactly like a MacBook Air, and it feels like a MacBook Air. This was really the start of my introduction to Chrome OS. But then when I did more research, you can't really do a lot of things. And at the time, I really wanted my mom to buy a Windows computer because I could run Minecraft with it. I didn't really have any Minecraft machine at the time except my iPad, which was using Pocket Edition. This wasn't really an option even back in the day because of the limiting aspects of Chrome OS. I wasn't tripping. This looks exactly like a MacBook Air. And you can see, using one tab, it's completely fine. It's completely usable using that. And keep in mind, you know, 2 gigabytes of RAM in today's world is completely unusable. Even phones now have more than 8 gigabytes of memory, and we're around 6 gigabytes, which my iPhone 12 Pro Max right here has. This is really one of those coolest moments where, wow, you know, these older MacBooks, these older Core 2 Duo computers are still kicking butts even in today's 2025 world. Because they're Intel computers, essentially they're basically PCs that could be running Windows, could be running Linux, could be running Mac OS. Let's see if we can even play this. That looks like a pretty smooth 60 frames per second right there. Fans are definitely spinning. But you know what? I'm not complaining. If I'm able to complete a couple of levels on run with this computer, I would not be complaining. Now we got some hiccups here and there. There's a lot of stutters, and that's because of the ads on the sides. Now I'm guessing you could probably run ad blocker on this computer using a Chrome extension. I'm pretty sure you can do that. Now there's only so much you can do with these types of computers nowadays. I mean, in fairness, this is a bare bones stock MacBook, and that is really the most fascinating thing about Chrome OS is that it could completely run on stock hardware, even over a decade ago hardware, without having to add an SSD, without having to add extra RAM. And the fact that it's able to run modern websites, that's really something I'm very fascinated about. And this is a straight out of the box experience, which is really important because with Linux or any of those lightweight in Linux, you have to do a lot of things in order for it to run. Packages, different types of things you need to install, drivers, blah, blah, blah. With this one, as soon as you download and install ChromeOS Flex on an older computer like this MacBook right here, it's completely usable out of the gate. You can even use your shortcuts, which is the most surprising part, which is really cool. Look at that. And you got your volume controls right here. So this is really a very interesting way to reuse a MacBook. If we're able to use that stock hard drive without having to spend a dime and just spend a little bit of time installing ChromeOS Flex on this computer and make it perfectly usable in 2025, I'm actually quite impressed. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. There's really not a lot of things you can do with Chrome OS, but the fact that you're able to browse the internet with this computer, that is something that is mind-boggling. I mean, this is a 2009 machine with 2 gigabytes of memory. And look at that, update available. Let's go ahead and install that then. This trackpad for sure is not something I would be proud of because the software on this is definitely not good compared to macOS. But then again, this pre-unibody trackpad was never great to begin with. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in a bit.